Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at MELA Synth and MELA effects. Yes, yes. Let me get on my stream, see who's here. Let's see. I just need to kind of refresh this. So when you buy MELA Synth, I think it's on sale at the moment as well. For I think it's $4.99, 50% off. It's kind of like you're actually buying. Okay, who's here? Si's here. Stephen Rimmer's here, Russ is here, hi Russ. Let's see, Daniel's here, Les Productions Zvon. Dean Thomas is here, Three Sticks here, Heinz is here. Okay, so, Paul the musician, yeah, Paul, I was going to phone you the other day, mate, and I completely forgot because I hadn't heard from you for ages. Marcus is here and Dean's here. When you buy synth here, you're basically buying two apps, because MELA Synth is AUv3 synth, and the synth also has the same effects in it as well. But you'll also get MELA effects, which is basically the effects block from MELA Synth, but as an AUv3 effect, you see. And it's, I think, like I said, I think it's on sale, but it's $4.99. I think it's on sale. But you can create some incredibly cool sounds. And MELA keeps getting these cool updates. It's just had some new effects, added saturation, fold back, asymmetry for the fold back, and the saturation, distortion, and the distortion is remarkable. It's very, very, very good. So I've been playing around with a patch here. I started it with this lead, which was called Chorusy, and then I've kind of made a few additional adjustments, and it's just insanely cool. So no other effects applied, just MELA Synth and MELA effects. And what I did here was take any distortion that's inside this particular patch, and I bypassed it here. We'll get into all this. You also get phaser, chorus, and delay. So you can use phaser, chorus, delay, or this incredibly cool distortion on any other app as well, you see. I mean, I could switch it back on it and go insane. So it's basically a VA synth, virtual analog. If we drop out the effects from the effects slot, we can start to explore, flipping heck, the synth. So let's patch without that effect. Two filters, you see. Then you have all these different ways. You can have a triangle. See if we can just init this. Different types, you 24 dB or 12. Two oscillators, sorry. You can pan either of the oscillators. You have a sub oscillator. And you've got different shapes for the sub oscillator as well. So let's have a look at these. Let's turn this down. Let's go to oscillator 1. Let's turn the level down. So here, let's turn the, oscillator 2 level down, and I'll go to oscillator 1. And so here's a basic triangle. Then you get square. Trapezoid, sine 1, and side 2, and those are your waveforms for both oscillators. And then you can basically just mess around with the synth as it is. And then the effects and modulation, they'll all be bypassed for the initial. So let's start with delay. Let's turn it on. So it's stereo delay, and then there's your feedback here. So with very little effort there, we've created quite a nice patch. We can sync it to the time, obviously, of our DAW, our host. So going back to our synth here, we could bring in, say, oscillator 2 here. And let's bring in our sub. Polyphonic as well, sorry. So going back to the effects now, let's engage our chorus. Now have a nice modulation matrix. Lovely. And then we have phaser. Let's turn the chorus off to try the phaser. What I've done, Hazard, is I've put some graphite in the nut on my guitar to see if that helps with the tuning. I'm beginning to lose the will to live with it, actually, to be fair. It needs to go to a Luther. Phaser. The distortion now, this is just absolutely wicked. It's just wicked. But be careful, it can get out of hand. So let's turn it on. And you can see we've got tone and drive. Okay, so here's the output. And here's the tone. And we have saturation or fold back. And then we have the actual output. The output we can decrease or increase. And this is this is, like I said, this is the mix. So full distorted mix. Don't know about you, but I like that. I like that a lot. I'm seriously considering just getting another guitar. I seriously am. And selling that one. And I wouldn't mind, but the guitar I bought Joe, which wasn't an expensive guitar, it was Heartwood semi-acoustic, and still photos of it. It's absolutely beautiful. Tuned it the first time, bang on. Bang on everywhere. Just brilliant. Walls guitars, CBGs, bang on, brilliant. Here's a weird one. A string, right? Play the A string, tune it up to A. No word of a lie, right? Play A. Go 2 frets up to C, and it's like out of tune. What's that? It's not an acoustic. This is an electric guitar, Paul. I'm on about my electric guitar. The Ovation acoustic is perfection. There is nothing out with that guitar, ever. Stick to synths. I know. Well, I will. I do, but I do like playing the guitar, even though I can't. There's something organically connected when you play a guitar. Wall's here. Listen, Wall, I've got to say, listen to this. Right, tomorrow night's live stream, because I had another question today. Someone very frustrated. You could probably read it. It's on, I can't remember what app it was on. And asking a question about recording into Cubasis. He can't get it to record into Cubasis now. So I've decided to do tomorrow night's live stream, same time as normal. I'm going to do a very, very, very beginner-friendly Cubasis tutorial of how to record into Cubasis with external audio. Obviously, I'll be using the Audio Fuse because that's my audio interface. The audio interface won't make any difference. But I'll show you how to set up. Now, I know most of you know how to do this, and that's okay. But since me and Colin basically, and Joe, we record audio into Cubasis all the time, every single day. So sometimes I forget that sometimes people, oh, good, okay, so that's great. Well, I'm going to do that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm going to do a super basic, just a really basic Cubasis tutorial, just for people who would maybe just first approaching Cubasis. And I'll do it with 2 and I'll do it with 3 because 3 is brilliant now. All the bugs have been ironed out of it. And so they have, so as far as I can see, I'm importing projects from all over the place, mate. Anyway, so far, this is the initial patch we started with at the beginning. And I haven't even started to add any of these effects. I've took the effects section out, right? So look at this. We've got this type of saturation and this type of distortion, sorry. But let's take this down again now. And let's change this to fold back. This is brilliant. You have, sorry, I should have said you have asymmetry now as well for both of these. So the lower, no, Paul, this is what I'm saying to you. If you play an open A string and you go up 2 frets, so like to B flat, then B, up, so, right, to C, you go 3 frets to C. C's out of tune. If I go 1 whole octave up to A octave, whether it's a harmonic or me putting on, it's spot on because I did the intonation. It's not a cheap Ibanez guitar, Paul. If the frets are in the wrong place, I'm suing Ibanez. Well, I don't, and also I can't see how the frets can be in the wrong place because if I do it on other strings, it's fine. It's me. But mind you, if I play me acoustic, it's fine. Trust me, Doug, it's just done up. Well, I've put loads of graphite in the nut now, so, and messed around with it, and it's still the same. Can't know, Hozzer, honest to God, swear to God. I'm this close to just sending a guitar to you in Scotland to fix. So anyway, here's this cool, very cool foldback. I mean, it's not a million miles out. You can play it, it's passable, you know what I mean? But, oh, it's annoying. And it's really distressing. Like if I'm playing it and someone on the stream says, oh, your guitar's out of tune, tune it up. I'm like, but it's not. It's in tune, the intonation's right. It's not me playing it, because I can play a little bit. It's just, whoa. It's, yeah, I'll give you, yeah. You won't, no, forget it, because you won't be able to hear it. Well, you might be able to hear it. No, you won't. You wouldn't be able to hear it, but it's not, it ain't right. That's my Ibanez's funeral music. It just needs some slight adjustment here and there, probably, yeah, obviously. It could be anything. You know, it probably is something. It's probably something like that. Probably the guitar's never been set up. I mean, it wasn't a hyper expensive guitar or anything. It's only a budget Ibanez still, but it's not the cheapest Ibanez, if you know what I mean. Yes, let me get off this subject because it's too me adding. Anyway, let's listen to some of the presets. Oh, hang on, before I do, so my point here is you get the effects as well. So if we open like another synth, let me take this off my water. Just open something that's going to give us a basic kind of sound, I suppose. Something nice and digital D1, something digital D1, right? And if it loads, there we go. And do this like. And we'll try some, what's this? Nice sound. We can now open up MELA as well in the effects slot here. Oh, sorry. Sugar. All right, hang on. Audio unit. Ah! MELA effects now is running in the. So. Cool beans, you see, you get a filter. You get LFOs for the effects, you see. So we've got like LFO1. If we have a look at LFO1, controlling the distortion rate, you see. Look at all these. These are just for the effects. There's slots for the effects, so you can control all your effects and everything. So this is how this is now affecting D1. However, we can turn off the distortion. So now pretty much we should be back to our initial sound, but we can now apply some. And I will actually. Jably. So that's affecting other synths and stuff, but you have a really nice chorus, nice delays. So turning the bypassing. So using the effects with another synth is also very cool. Of course, using it with itself as well. So you could have, if you wanted to go crazy distortion, which we don't, you could if you wanted to. So let me just re-engage this to my MIDI. And let's spend the rest of the time just having a... Hello, Marcus. I've got that. The Tone Boosters app. Yeah, I was going to do that tonight, and then I thought, yeah. Tone Boosters don't send me anything. They've never acknowledged my existence, but they make great apps, so what can I tell you? So I bought the ones that I thought I'd use, and I do, and I thought, well, I could use that. I'd use that VCA thing, so I bought that. So I do buy some apps. But I did ask them, they ignored me, you know. Put a couple of videos up for them, haven't I? Thanks, Doug. Nah, said nothing to me. But, you know, I mean, it's their prerogative. No, it don't matter. What's my go-to EQ? The bog standard one inside Cubasis. That or the DDMF 6144. It's just the nuts. Yeah, just the one inside Cubasis. I'll show you that tomorrow. I only make very few adjustments to EQ. I always like to boost drums a little bit. Tiny bit. You can get so bogged down in EQ, it's unreal. Yeah, the DDMF 6144 is brilliant. It's really hard to make it sound crap. If you put that on a master mix just before you mix it, I'll show you tomorrow what I do. But it's a nice EQ. But that's not to say all the other EQs that we demo here are thingy. But I couldn't. It would be impossible for me to actually use everything I demo. The point of the demos is for you to see if you would use them or not, as it were. So anyway, let's see what we've got here. I'm gonna just have to do this. Hang on, there we go. So let's see. Who's here? Matt's here. Hi, Matt. Sam's. Hi, Sam. Yeah, I've done it. I was messing around with it earlier. The new Tone Boosters filter. Stick it on this, couldn't I? I had it on some. I was running it on a Felian. But I'll stick it on this. Let me just. Let me get some pads. That's quite. I don't want it on anything that's got loads of filtering going on. Hang on. So what's this? I'll just put it on this. What the hell are we on here? Right. So Tone Boosters, what's it called? VCA or something? Is it like that? VCF. Dickhead. V. There we go. C. No. Is that it? No. I'm not kidding. It's. I can't remember what the effect is called, so I'm just going to have to look through. I'll go down to where its home booster stuff is. Got all of Paul's apps, man. Tone boosters. Could that be right? Here we go. Oh, dual VCF, that's what it's called. So, because it's a let's choose. I know how it all works, by the way. You've got filter 1 here and filter 2 here. But let's have a quick listen to some of the. Something basic in. So it lets you create rhythmic filtering, and I mean, you've got all sorts of different speeds. This is running on quarters, but which is pretty fast. If we set the period to say 8, it'll run a bit slower. And you can set both filters like this, but it's got some really cool, like this one's really nice. And we're passing through the second filter, not doing anything. Might have another one there. Must be at the maximum. We could clear it out and add our own steps in wherever we like. Depending on the resolution, I think. Sample and hold's nice. It randomly changes. Each pass. I was adding loads of these earlier. It's weird, isn't it? Oh, here we go. So you can automate the actual filter itself, and then the actual resonance you can modulate. And then also the filter 2 and this as well. And this is your depth control, basically. So how much of the effect you want the filters to affect. Some really nice ones though they've put in. It's quite surprising actually. There's not as many. There's not as many presets as their other apps. Anyway, I'm going now because I need to go and sit down for a bit. Yeah, open Jacob demo. Which demo? What? Are we on about? Are we on about? Are we on about? Are we on about Drambo? Drambo. I can demo Drambo. I can't. I just don't know how it works yet. You know, because I'm not really a modular head. And I know there's no cables, you just fit things together. But still, you see, going through all that, for me, is mega time consuming, you know? What did David Pooh do a video about? Did he do one about Drambo? Then David Pooh would be the man to watch because he's a very clever guy. If he did one about... Excellent. Watch David Pooh's video if you want to know about Drambo. It's epic stuff. If you want to win Drambo, come to the sound test. No, good. Just millions of people have entered. Right, okay, so... I will be doing Drambo, but when there's 5 million presets... I tell you what, though, it does have some nice effects. Drambo does. You can use Drambo as a effects, ding, like this, and it's got some. I don't know. Have I done this wrong? Not sure. Open factory. Oh, I've just done that one, idiot. But you see, I'm not really finding the wrong effect. Don't matter. You're not bothered. Right, okay, so. And okay, well, it's not a new synth. Well, it's not an old synth, but it's not a new synth. It's just a synth. I'm about to go now. Yeah, it's $4.99, I think, at the moment. No, it's MELA Synth. It's been out for ages, actually. It keeps getting really nice updates. So I was thinking, what shall I do tonight? I don't know. I was going to do Crystal Synth, and then I thought, well, I don't want to do that. And then Breeny have got a couple of new things out there I want to demo. There's a new tube app. I've just showed everyone that. Where were you, Myriad Dubstep? Oh no, you've arrived just slightly too late. Yeah, now like I said, there's the new this thing, yeah. It's nice. Thanks, Si. Paul, it's killing me. I want to play your new synth. So you get also as well, you get with this, you get 12 dB. Oh gosh, you get 18 dB as well. You don't often see that, do you? And 24 dB. And the high pass you get the same, and the band pass you get even more. Loads of different filter types. They've really made the effort. But yeah, I mean, tone boosters do, don't they? So. Yes, it is an AUv3. Yes, yes. I haven't got the EQ. I haven't got the EQ myriad dubstep. No. I've got real bus and the reverb, but not the EQ. They don't give me their apps. They don't even acknowledge my existence, tone boosters. I'll say it again in case they're watching. Next time, reply to me marketing and emails. They make exceptionally good apps, you see, and they're good value for money as well. Let's be fair, you know, they're affordable. That's why I bought the ones that I thought that I'd use, like that reverb one, the actual real bus one I really like, and the dual filtery thing is really nice as well, which I will do a proper video for that as well. Hey, yeah, what? Oh right, yes. I'm gonna play Joe's new track that she's just uploaded to What's It as well. Before I go, I told Joe to get me thing stopped working on here. Hang on. Just refresh this. I'm gonna play. I think I did it in Cubase 3 actually. Where is it? Where's Cubase? There it is. This is Joe's new track that she did today. This has now been uploaded to this has been uploaded to what's it called? Joe SoundCloud. So I'm gonna play the track for you. Yeah, do you know, I can't remember what it's called neither. I got my headphones on, right? Well, it will be in mono, but don't worry. Right, okie dokie. So here we go. This is, I need to just fix this blinking internet thing. Right, okay, so here it is. I'm just going to check my volumes. That's all right. Joe's got a really good sense of the one she's doing now. She's going to sing to, so she's been recording stuff in with the Modi X. I think that beat was what was it? Oh, Factory. There you go. I think it's Patron Factory. Joe loves all the big reverbs. Yeah, cool beans, top bananas, top job. I'm very proud of it, actually. You're doing really, really well, which is great. Which is great, but doesn't need me standing over going, "No, we can't do it like that." See, that's just the mistake. You see, you don't ever record for anyone else. Don't try and structure unless you want to do a structured song. That's fine, you know. But I think it's just nice to play and experiment and mess around. And when you get a nice bit, record it, and then you find another bit, record it, and then you know, step it along, change up. Mind you, that's what me and Colin do. It's prog rock, isn't it? Change bits and pieces as you go. You don't need a chorus, a verse, etc., etc. It's not called Bum anymore. That was the working title. It's called something else now. Well, we did. Right. So anyway, folks, listen. I am going to go now. So for the next 15 minutes, I'll say bye and then let you say ta-ra to each other. Okay. Righty-o. I think that's it. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do... Oh, yeah, tomorrow night we'll do that beginner-friendly tutorial for recording audio into Cubases. Because I've had a few questions now, and we need to get this sort of nailed. So if anyone else asks, I can direct them to that video. But it will be really, really, really beginner-friendly. I'll be very specific of what I'm doing. If you're there and you want to know, Wal or anybody else, exactly what I've done or what I'm doing, or if I need to do it again or go over it again, etc., that's the beauty of it being live. We can do that. Anyway, night, everybody. Paul, listen, mate, give me a ring tomorrow. I'll give you a ring tomorrow because I might be making a video. I want to ask you about your new synth. Right, guys, I'll see you later. Ta-ta. Well, sorry, Si, I'm back. You did that on purpose, didn't you? Ask me that question on purpose. So far, the update for Cubases, the fixed version, I haven't had any problems with it at all. It's been absolutely fabulous. And when I mixed this for Joe, I've mixed it in Cubases 3. She recorded all this in Cubases 2, then exported that, and I just imported the file into Cubases 3. So far I haven't had any issues with it, but I haven't done a lot with it. We're going to have a mess with it tomorrow and recording into this and Cubases 2, so we'll see. If it all works, yes, it's worth the update. It's better. So yeah, cool beans. Listen, definitely going to let you say ta-ra to each other. Okay, brilliant, bye.